Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's video I'm going to be taking a closer look at the Mares Atlas ADJ 62X Regulator. So this is their new flagship regulator. You've got an all metal body in that second stage, so it's really strong and tough, but it also acts as a bit of a heat sink as well, improving the cold water performance. The first stage is nice and compact, really small, so for traveling very practical, but also it has this TBD system on the inside, TBP. There's lots of three-letter acronyms in this, I'm afraid, so you're going to hear a lot of them. I'll try and explain them as best I can, but the TBP is helping to prevent ice from forming while still being balanced. But all in all, yeah, that good sort of all-rounder of a regulator that's still relatively lightweight for travel, but nice and hardy for colder waters. Let's take a closer look. So this is how it arrives in a nice cardboard box. Opening that up, you have the regulator itself on the inside, a bunch of paperwork as well. So the first bit is the usual user guide. Have a good look through that. It's got a few different languages, so it's not quite so intimidating. A couple cards. You've got a sticker, Mares sticker you can stick somewhere. Information about the AST system, the auto sealing technology, which basically keeps the contaminants out of that first stage. If I pull this out, you have the cardboard insert with the regulator, some more paperwork. This will probably be for the warranty or something. Yeah, guarantee, limited guarantee, and a quality control bit of paper. So yeah, let me take the regulator out, see if you get anything else with it inside of this box. There's another box inside, lots of cardboard, but that seems to be about it. So yeah, let me take the regulator out and we can take a closer look. So starting off with the first stage, this is the 62X. So this is a really nice compact little first stage. This is it in the DIN configuration, and these actually have a clever auto sealing device, which I think is the ASD. Three-letter acronym. That means that the inlet is actually closed when it's depressurized. So as soon as you take the first stage off of your cylinder or depressurize it from the cylinder, a little spring-loaded mechanism just closes that inlet so that contaminants like salt water and dust and stuff can't get in. So it's protecting the internals of that first stage. You obviously get a dust cap with it as well, which is threaded, so you kind of have to screw it on, but it's just protecting the inner workings of that first stage to prevent contaminants from getting in. On the top, you have the TBP, which is a environmental seal. So you have this soft sort of section right at the top. So what that's doing is helping to prevent ice from forming over, but it still needs to be flexible to allow that first stage to be balanced. Balance just means that the deeper down you go, it can deliver the same amount of gas. So it's constant, and it's never going to get harder to breathe from the deeper down you go. All of this technology is actually proven at 200 meters, so far deeper than I'm ever going to go. The overall first stage itself, really nice and compact. You do get some really big, clunky first stages, but considering the sort of the power that you're getting through this first stage, is nice and small. 4 low pressure ports, 2 on either side. These are slightly angled away from one another as well. So when you have multiple hoses going in next to one another, they're not bunching up too much. 2 high pressure ports, 1 on either side, and that's about it as far as the first stage goes. Then onto the hose itself. So the hose is a Meflex hose. It's lightweight, it's braided, it's nice and flexible as well. You get a small little hose protector to stop it from kinking right on that edge. And then onto the second stage. So this is the Atlas, the ADJ, another 3-letter acronym. ADJ just means adjustable. So you have this adjustment knob on the side. I'll speak about that a little bit later. The hose comes in from the right-hand side. You get another hose protector, again, just to protect that section from kinking. And then the first thing that happens to the gas is it goes through this bypass tube. So you have this actual separate metal tube that you see on a lot of Mares regulators. And this has a few benefits. The first one is acts as a bit of a heat sink. So that gas is passing around the valve so that it gets exposed to the water, and it helps to prevent ice from forming because it kind of warms that gas up. Because whenever gas goes from high pressure to low pressure, it gets cold. Coldness and water make ice, so we want to avoid that. So that's why we have this, or one reason why we have this bypass tube. It also means that the gas isn't mingling around inside of the main body of the second stage. It gets directed pretty much directly into the mouthpiece, so you get a smoother airflow. And it also has VAD, the vortex assisted design, because it kind of turns the gas as it goes through it. It helps to reduce fluttering. So with some regulators, when you inhale, because you're kind of sucking in that membrane, it can kind of flutter. So you get this as you breathe in, but with this vortex assisted design, you don't get that. So it's nice and smooth when you breathe it in. The whole body of the second stage is made out of metal. So strong, very resilient. It can take a knock, or more of a knock than a composite body. The purge button on the front, big purge button, so even if you've got thick gloves on, very easy to use, and it's hinged. So it hinges from the bottom to give you a bit more control. If you don't want to blow your fillings out when you press that purge button, you can just push it a little bit and it will open the valve a little bit. Or if you really do need to purge it all the way, you push it in, so you get a bit more control, as just instead of a simple push in button, it's hinged, so it gives you just better control. The adjustment is the same that you get on most second stages nowadays, in that you can dial it all the way out to basically take tension off of a spring on the inside to make it a bit easier to open up that valve to inhale, or if you screw it all the way in, puts a bit more tension on that spring, so it's a bit harder, so you have to inhale just a little bit more to open up that valve. That's particularly useful on second stages, where the second stage comes out of your mouth, normally on octos. But if you're swapping second stages, if you dive with multiple cylinders, that is a nice feature, because whenever that second stage comes out of your mouth, you want to dial that all the way in, so it's less likely to free flow. The mouthpiece is pretty traditional. You see this on most Mares second stages. It's soft, it's silicone, it does the job, and a pretty simple exhaust tee on it as well to send the bubbles around the side of your face. So who's the Atlas ADJ 62X for? This is for pretty serious divers who want a very long-lasting regulator set. It's still relatively lightweight compared to other regulators, even with a metal body. The second stage itself doesn't feel particularly heavy. Marine grade brass isn't overly heavy anyway, but for longevity, very, very strong and reliable. So yeah, the second stage can definitely take a knock. It's got all of the bells and whistles that you get on regulators. This is really their flagship at the moment. So everything from that vortex assisted design, the auto sealing first stage, all those kind of things all add up to a really nice regulator that does give you a very nice smooth breathe. And yeah, it ticks really all of the boxes. You can travel with it. It's pretty lightweight thanks to that compact little first stage, but it's tough and it's cold water rated. You can take it to virtually any depth beyond recreational depth, certainly. And yeah, a nice Italian design as well. They always have this nice flair when it comes to second stage designs. They're not boxy and awkward. They've got these nice smooth lines. I definitely like it. Now, there's going to be more information on our website, all the weights and the worker breathing, all that good stuff. It's going to be on our website, simplyscuba.com. There's going to be a link up in the description, sorry, down in the description, and a card up over there that you can click on and check it out and buy it from us at simplyscuba.com. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.